When watching this video, please note the following disclaimers.
When you have successfully filed your pay run to Single Touch Payroll, you will see that there will be 3 dots and an option to download the file that has been submitted to the ATO. On opening this file, if you scroll to the right hand side of this file, you will notice that there will be new columns added for Single Touch Payroll. Xero has automatically started populating these fields as long as you follow the steps in this tutorial. For those that are not aware, if your team do not actually receive the minimum payment of $3,000 per 2 fortnight periods, you will not receive any subsidy from the government. Xero has a very handy report named Payroll Employee Summary that can be run that allows you to set specific date periods to ensure that you have paid your team $3,000. In the example that I am showing you right now, my team had only been paid the first fortnight, meaning that there is no payment at all for the second fortnight. So on learning this, the simplest way to solve this problem is to do an unscheduled pay run. In this unscheduled pay run, I can then follow the steps that I've already shown in this video to add the JobKeeper top-up allowance, but in this instance I'll be using it for the full $1,500. Following the normal process, I will then continue to post the pay run and file it to Single Touch Payroll. If I then navigate back to the Payroll Employee Summary, I can see that each of my employees now have a minimum of $3,000. If you would like a more comprehensive, detailed overview of how best to manage this inside Xero, Xero has released very helpful videos that are available on their Facebook and LinkedIn profiles. We urge you to go and review those videos if you have any further detailed questions.